What's up, guys? Your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be talking about team building. Now, before we get into the video, about 3 hours ago on my community tab, I was talking. Well, I pretty much told you guys that I was going to be making team building guides, how to farm crystal guides. I'm going to be trying to do a whole bunch of different guides, but so many people wanted a team building guide that I decided that I'm just going to drop my team building guide today instead of doing it tomorrow. Like I said tomorrow, and I changed it to very soon because a lot of you guys wanted this team building guide. So yeah, but if you guys have not seen the community tab anyways, go over there and tell me some other stuff that you'd want to see. If you guys have anything. Also, if you want to put anything you want to see in the comments of this video, you can, or whatever. I make sure to check all of those things. But anyways, yeah, so now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the video. So anyways, there's a lot of different ways to go about this. Most teams, well, for the most part, teams are the same, but there are a lot of different things you can do, right? Now, what I mean by that is, if you're new to the game, you're probably not going to have the teams that I have, so I'm going to show you some different teams that you can work with. Starting out, right? Let's say you just started the game. You're brand new to the game. You will most likely have Annie, or you should, right? So, if you guys don't know what Annie does, Annie makes the SP gauge go up faster for training corps units, right? So you're gonna have Annie as your leader, right? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna have Annie as your leader. Now, when it comes to teams, going back to my team, let's look at my team for a bit. Teams tend to have, for the most part, a leader, right? You'll have your leader, which my leader is Petra, and I'll go over the specifics in a little bit, but your leader is going to be Petra. Then you want to have an AoE unit. Your AoE unit is to take out the group of small mobs. Most teams have a drive unit. Most teams' drive unit is Levi, but there are other drive units if you don't have Levi, so I mean, you could do that. But, and this is like mid to late game stuff. You don't have to build this team. I'm going to give y'all some other specifics later on. But anyway, so yeah, your team usually has your leader, obviously. You have an AoE unit, which is my Mikasa. You have a drive unit, which is Levi. Then you have one or two main damage dealers. My main damage dealer is Aaron, which does like 25k on damage, and then Eld Jin. Eld Jin is my secondary damage dealer. Well, single target damage dealer, right? He doesn't hit near as hard as Aaron, but he does good damage. Now, don't get it wrong. Levi is a damage dealer, but you want to have Levi more so to attack one specific Titan. Obviously, he can attack more Titans than that, but he's going to attack like 5 times. So you want him to attack 5 times on one Titan because of his drive ability, meaning his damage is going to ramp up, right? Now, after you have 1 to 2, so you have a leader. You'll have a ranged, what? You have a leader, you have an AoE unit, you'll debatably have a drive unit, you have 1 to 2 damage dealers, right? Now, the last 2 units are going to be your utility, support, whatever. If you guys don't know what this Sasha does right here, Sasha, her SP heals, right? Heals everybody on the field, which is very, very good support. So, I have Sasha here, and then I have Ymir here, as my support. If you guys don't know what supports do in this game, they have purple right there. If a Titan grabs your unit, you can throw Ymir out or a support out to attack that specific Titan, and it'll make the Titan let go. Now, like I said, I know this isn't necessarily a team that y'all can make, so let's look at this team, right? Another team you can make, right? Here, let's take some of this stuff off. Anyways, all right, so moving on. You just started the game. Let's say you pull, I don't know, let's say you pulled any Mikasa, right? There's 2 Mikasa, both of them are AoE, or any AoE unit, right? So boom, that's your AoE unit. Let's say you didn't pull Levi, but you pulled Historia. Historia is also a drive unit, so boom, you could have Historia as a drive unit. Your secondary damage could be Aaron. It could be anybody, really. Anybody that does damage. And it doesn't have to all be 5 stars. Matter of fact, we'll change it up. Because I don't want it to all be 5 stars. I know a lot of you guys won't have that. So, where is it at? Because there is a Mikasa that they give you. Okay, so let's do this, right? This is a 4-star Mikasa. So, starting out, you have Annie, which is your leader. You have 4-star Mikasa, which is your AoE. Moving on, where is Aaron? Aaron, boom. You have Aaron, which is going to be your one of your damage dealers. You can do this Historia, which is going to be your 2nd damage dealer. So you have a leader, AoE, 2 damage dealers. Connie is also AoE, but you don't have to use him. So now that we've got that out the way, you don't really, if you don't have a drive unit, excuse me, if you don't have a drive unit, that is also okay. You can just have 3 damage dealers. Let's say you somehow pulled, I don't know, Reiner, even though Reiner's not that good. We'll just put him on there, right? So now you have 3 damage dealers, you have 2 supports, and then you have your AoE and your leader. Now, there are other types of teams. Another type of team is, instead of having 2 supports specifically, you can have arm cut, leg cut. Now, I like running arm cut, leg cut, because if you guys don't know, there's a Titan that like charges a punch and then punches you, and he'll one-shot your unit. Whatever units by him, or units, he'll one-shot. There's also another Titan that jumps, and when he hits the ground, any units by him will also get one-shot. That's where the arm cuts and leg cuts come in. So if you cut the legs of the Titan, he can't jump. If you cut the arms, he can't punch. I don't know. Well, you guys have probably only been playing for about 2 or 3 days, so you guys might not know this strat. But whenever you get to the Annie boss fights, there's going to be like 5 of them. When you get to the Annie boss fights, I want you guys to know that these two machines are your best friends. They are your best friends. This right here is called a wire trap, and this right here is called a web trap, right? Now, the wire trap is single target, only attacks 1 enemy. But if you put this, let's say you put this wire trap by a Titan, it will shoot the Titan and immobilize him. He cannot do anything. Now, the web trap is AoE. It can hit multiple Titans. It can shoot multiple times, etc. These 2 are going to be your best friends. This is also a type of team you can run, where you have your leader, you have your AoE, your 2 or 3 damage dealers, and then you run 2 machines. This was the team that I ran for majority of the game until I started getting a lot of better units. Looking back at my team, just so you guys can get an idea, if I was to do arm cut, leg cut, what I would do is I would take out my last 2 units. My last 2 units are going to be like my arm cut, leg cut, support, versatility, whatever you want to call it. Say I was running the 2 machines. What I would do is I'd take out my last 2 units and then make those 2. Those last 2 slots are for like your arm cut, leg cut, support type things. So like I said, just to go over everything I've said so you guys can get it, you want to have your leader. Now your leader can be a damage dealer, doesn't have to be. Petra's not a main damage dealer. She's mainly just my leader. I'm not going to throw Petra out over any of these 4 units, right? I'd only throw Petra out if I don't have 5 stamina and I need to kill a Titan like immediately, which usually is not the case. But yeah, so Petra or your leader, you'll have your leader. You'll have your AoE, which is going to be the person that takes out the small mobs or whatever. You'll have a drive, or this one is debatable. A lot of people won't have drive units, so if you don't have a drive unit, you can skip that. You'll have a damage dealer, and then you'll have a 2nd damage dealer. Then you can also have an arm and a leg cut. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take this team into a match. We'll just go to a story mode match or whatever, so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about as far as all of this stuff goes. Go to normal. I'm not going to do a boss fight because I'll do that in a separate video, but we'll go ahead and do this. This one's going to be a pretty hard mission, so yeah. Anyways, And then your friends, you want to bring someone that complements your team. I bring Erwin because Erwin's giving a 20% damage boost to almost everybody here, and Petra's giving an 18%. So I'm getting a 38% damage boost to my team. So, in the following videos, I don't know which one, but I'll probably do a friends list or who to bring as a friend video, so you guys will have an idea on that as well. So, let's go ahead and take off. Let's go ahead and take off auto. So, look, there's a whole bunch of Titans on this side. So I put my AoE unit here, right? And I put my damage dealer over here. Now I think this is a punch Titan. Okay, so he is. My team might take it out before he punches though. Okay, so we took him out fine. Alright, so now we got another big Titan. So we're going to put our second damage dealer over there. So we got both of our damage dealers out right now. Boom, take out the big Titan. We have a small group again, so we want to have our Mikasa out, but she's not on rotation. But it's fine. For the most part, our other units are taking them out. Alright, so now we really want to get Mikasa out because there's two groups of Titans now. So you see how I threw out Petra because she's the lowest cost unit I have? Well, outside of my leg cut, arm cut, but I didn't use them yet. So Mikasa's going to take out that big wave of Titans. And she's going to take out this big wave of Titans. This is why you want your AoE. Because those big wave of Titans will cook. They will kill almost any unit trying to fight them one-on-one. Because they're not going to... Mikasa or an AoE is going to be the only unit that attacks all of them. Okay, so that's my damage dealer taking him out. He'll also take that one out. We're gonna have a boss on this stage, right? Okay, so now that we have a boss on this stage, I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I was talking about. I want you guys to see this, right? Okay, so he's not a grab Titan, but what you can do with the support, watch. I'm about to cut his arms off. Now his arms are gone, and he's not able to attack. Even though he didn't attack my units, he was able to attack the wall. But if you cut his arms off, he can't attack the wall. And if I leg cut him, he wouldn't even be able to walk. So that's just a small showcase of one of the teams. Like I said, there's multiple ways of going about team building and going about how you want to make your team. Most of the time, you want to base your team around what you're doing. Like I said, I usually don't use the web trap or the wire trap, but whenever I fight Annie, I use those because of how she plays. Titan Annie anyways, not regular Annie. But yeah, so anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment down below, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.